Alton Towers is home to some of the UK's best roller coasters, because it has Nemesis and Smiler and many more. But what would I do if I got into the hands of this theme park? This will be a whole series where I'll do the other 4 top 5 UK theme parks. So I hope you enjoy. So we're going to be going round Alton Towers. We're going to start at CBs Land, then work around all the way to Mutiny Bay. I think this will be fun. And also, if we remove a ride, we'll just put the new ride on top. Then we'll just put a new ride in the other space as well. So first of all is CBs Land. Personally, I wouldn't get rid of it because, if you think about it realistically, this is where Alton Towers get their money quite a lot. So I'd keep it. And in fairness, I wouldn't get rid of any of the rides. They're all good for children. But I would fix Iggle Piggle's animatronics because they're just dead. But Octonauts, some people like, as an inversion. It could be like Mandrill Mayhem. I wouldn't do that, to be honest. I would just leave it because it's not iconic, but it's not to remove. But they could add a big thrill ride next to it. Not too big. Fly the Pterosaur at Portland Park, which is the cone inverted. But not as big as the fast-paced and ones that have inversions. I think that'd be cool for CBs Land. So right next to CBs Land is Spinball Wizard. Now I would do a Mac Extreme Spinner, but if we want the money, especially because we've got a new family ride, up the intensity a bit, change it to a Mac Extreme Spinner, but with no launch. So Storm Chaser at Portland Park. I think that'd be good, and also a little bit of a step up to the big thrills for the families. So next is the best ride at Alton Towers, the Smiler. Now, I don't really have too many problems with Smiler. I don't think most sections are rough, except for them final 2 inversions. Honestly, they're on steroids, honestly. But, to be honest, it's not that bad except for them final 2 inversions. But what I'll do is I'll give it lap bars for one, because there are some of the jolty bits, which wouldn't hurt with shoulder, well, they don't really hurt anyway. And also, I'll smooth them out, I'll make it a little bit more room. So, yeah, that's what I'll do to Smiler. So right next to the Smiler is Oblivion, one of the best rides of the park. Now this is advertised as the world's first vertical drop roller coaster, but it is actually 88 degrees. But anyways, I would make it vertical, and also, like everyone else, giving it element and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'll do with Oblivion. Now next is Rita. Great ride. I'll say, if you didn't know, there is a roller coaster up there. That's a 65-foot topper, or 70 foot. Just colour the top, it's green. It's really small. I've shown on screen right now. It's really weird, and also could do what it does now, after that topper. Or it could even roll back and go underground a little bit, like Top Thrill Dragster, or Top Thrill 2. I call it Rita 2. Now next is 13. Going to the woods, it's not that scary, the ride. Well, it wasn't. But I think what you could do is, whenever there's a drop track, it can be like a little drop tower. It goes to the middle, and it just keeps on going up and down. But then, you go backwards, then you do it all again backwards, roll back from the drop, do the drop, go backwards and finish. So, if you didn't know, there was a concept for Alton Towers' first wooden coaster, which we call the Cross Valley Coaster, which would go all the way from Forbidden Valley to Dark Forest. Well, I think it starts in Dark Forest, but it has a 200-foot drop, which I think would be absolutely insane. And also make GCI do it. I think that would make it even better. It just looks like a really good concept, and definitely one worth bringing back. Yay! So next is Galactica. Personally, first thing I'll do is change it back to air. Keep the space theme though, basically you're flying around and you get superpowers out of nowhere. Personally, just to keep air's theme, I would split Forbidden Valley and call this a space area. You can come up with the name yourself, honestly I don't know. But I think it'd be pretty cool to keep it, maybe a jet wash, or maybe even some retracking on the most dirty bits. I think that'd be pretty cool for Galactica. Amazing. Next is one that I'm not going to be talking about too much, and that's Nemesis Reborn. Now, I'm not going to touch it because it's too iconic for one, and also they've only just messed with it. Like, why touch it? Like, I honestly don't see the point. But something I would do is revamp the blade and give it a paint job. That'll bring it even more to life. So next is the Runaway Mine Train and Congo River Rapids. Now, I wouldn't really touch Runaway Mine Train. I think it's a good family ride. Congo River Rapids, just make it a little bit more wet. Well, quite more wet. Next is the Wicker Man. Now, I think this is a really good wooden coaster. But we do already have the Cross Valley coaster. So I think I'm going to RMC it. You know, put some inversions in, keep the theme in. I think it'll be pretty nice for Wicker Man. And also, I think an RMC version would be so good. Maybe like a 0G store in the thing. Yeah, in the Big Bob. So that is what I would do if I owned Alton Towers. What would you do if you owned Alton Towers? What would you do with the Smiler? Or Octonauts? Let me see in the comments below. And of course, goodbye.